Hi, I'm Chief Deputy Terry Thompson from Weber County Sheriff's Office, and I'm running for Weber County Sheriff. Like others, I want to thank Weber High for allowing us this venue to come and share our views and to visit with you folks. And I also want to thank some really neat students here at Weber High who have been involved in this process. It's been fun for me. I hope it's been fun for them, and I think it's so neat to have them get involved in this legislative process and in this campaign season. So thank you. Let me tell you just a little bit about me. I am a Weber County boy, born and raised here. Born and raised in Roy City, so I'm a Roy High Roy. I hope that's okay. Currently live out west here near Plain City, and so my kids are Fremont kids. I've got a beautiful wife, Natalie Weber. She's here with us tonight, and also a son, Preston, 21, and a daughter, Madison, 19. A little bit about me and my law enforcement career. I've been in law enforcement for 22 years. I've served with the Weber County Sheriff's Office for over 21 of those years. I was hired here at the line level and worked my way up through all levels of the Sheriff's Office and through just about every assignment position that we have available there. I have served in multiple of leadership roles. I've served as a SWAT team member, as a firearms instructor, search and rescue commander, district court supervisor. I've also served as a sworn FBI agent, U.S. Marshal during a tenure on a federal task force. I have served in multiple first-line supervisor positions. I've served as a lieutenant, a precinct commander, where we work directly with our contract cities. We work with our city mayors, our city managers, city councils, and our public schools, and that has been very, very rewarding as I have helped to kind of pioneer community policing in Weber County. The last few years, I've served as Chief Deputy with the Sheriff's Office, both over the Corrections and the Enforcement Division. I've been involved in assisting with the implementation and management of a $34 million budget and the leadership of over 400 employees. I've played an instrumental role in the Weber County Sheriff's Office in many ways. I know the Weber County Sheriff's Office inside and out. In conclusion, let me just say this. We have a wonderful Sheriff's Office. It's an excellent organization. It has had great leadership. Our employees love you. They really want nothing more than your safety and security. I'm proud of that, and I hope you folks are too. And I just want to say, in conclusion, I have the qualifications, experience, knowledge, and leadership to step in as your next sheriff. And I would hope that each of you would support me in this endeavor. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Keith Buswell. I too graduated from Weber High, but not this one. And proud of that heritage. You know, I've asked myself the question, why would I or anyone want to run for the state school board? District 2 of the state school board represents the Weber Cone, the Fremont Cone, part of Lower Roy and Hooper, as well as all of the Ogden City School District. I love education. I'm a businessman. I've worked locally, regionally in the Rocky Mountain States, as well as been involved with expansion of companies across the United States. But what's most important to me is that I'm a father, I'm a grandfather. 5 of my 8 children have graduated here from Weber High, and I'm passionate about education. Someone has said, I can no more remember the books that I have read than the meals that I have eaten, but each is a part of all that I am. I appreciate the great teachers and principals and staff. My wonderful parents have helped with the education process of myself and in passing that on to my children and grandchildren. The state school board is a challenging and very important position. As a school board, state school board, we help with setting policy, deciding a lot of the directions. One of my greatest concerns is the outcome of how the kids come out. As we look at the business world, economic development is critical for us to continue to grow our state and our economy. We have to have a well-educated workforce that increases the quality of life, increases taxation for us to be able to reinvest into the schools. One of the things that's interesting is the changing demographics in Utah, and it affects our area here as well. There are 117 different languages being taught at the 3rd grade level throughout the state of Utah. That's an incredible challenge. We have many students that are living below, a high percentage below the poverty level. We know that the higher the education, the lower the probability of unemployment. We have a lot of great folks that have been educated but aren't able to work right now. But the more education studies show, the better off for not only the individual and their family, but for the community. It's important that we reinvest with the business community and have a good partnership there. As a native of this area, I'm proud of what I've lived here, but I've also had my kids educated in schools in Kansas, Colorado, and Montana. Thank you, Keith Buswell. Again, we appreciate your vote for the State School Board. Thank you.
Good evening. I'm happy to be here tonight. And my name is Monty Hardy. I'm also running for State School Board. Let me introduce myself for just a moment because I have a lot to say. So I'll be brief. I have a long background in public finance. I've had the opportunity to serve on a number of school boards. I have had the opportunity to help found a number of charter schools in this state, and I've been very involved in that movement. I've served on the board of the Utah Association of Public Charter Schools. Been involved in rulemaking committees, and had a chance to watch this public education process really close up. Most importantly, I'm also a father of 8 children. 6 of those kids, my kids, currently in public education. I'm fully vested in this system, and I'm incredibly interested in what's going to be happening to my kids. We live in really critical times, and I'm happy that there's a lot of good things happening in education in Utah. We have a lot of good teachers, a lot of good administrators, but we have a lot of problems. And I'm concerned about the rising generation. When I look at the things happening in our nation, when I look at the things happening here in our state and in our community, if we're going to fix things, it's going to start right here in public education. There's a few issues that are really important to me. The first, things that are happening in public education that I'm very concerned about. The first is that we're putting the institution above the family. Somewhere along the way, we got the idea that parents really don't know as much as the Public Education Institute. That's a wrong belief. We've got to turn that around, change that. If I was to ask you who's the guardian of public education, it's not the state school board, it's not the district school board, it's you and I. It's our job to be the guardians of public education. If there's things that are not happening, values not being taught, teachers that aren't doing what they're supposed to, it's our job as parents to stand up as guardians and fix some of those things. Education funding, we have some problems here in Utah. A lot of the money that we work so hard to collect in taxes, for some reason, doesn't get down to the classroom. I know a lot about finance, and I've looked at some of these districts' budgets, and I think we can do some work there. That funding needs to get all the way down. I'm concerned about legislators who are making public education pet projects of theirs. Education is not a political issue, and there's a reason why the state school board is a position that has nothing to do with a political party. It's because it shouldn't be a political issue. Lastly, public education is a lot like any government agency. Over time, if we're not careful and we don't watch it, it will grow too big and be too inefficient. Thank you very much, Monty Hardy, State School Board.